moving on to 174, the reigning or national champion of a few years ago, Mekhi Lewis, back in 2019 at 165, having a great season on the move up to 174. Take a look at a few of those close matchups against Ohio State, Missouri, and Cornell. Still a lot, immensely talented wrestler for Virginia Tech.
National champion on your team, it's just a good building block on, and it tells your recruits that, hey, you come to Virginia Tech, you can win national championships.
Mekhi Lewis, the only national champion in Virginia Tech program history. He'll do it again this year, potentially, having a great start now up against Jacob Nolan, who was pinned by Scott Joel after leading the entire match against the West Virginia wrestler, got pinned in the third period.
Let's see how Nolan responds. It's going to be hard to respond against a national champion.
Nolan did win a few nights ago in the Lehigh match.
Center. Stand out of the face.
This is where Mekhi is very good in what's called the short offense. Short offense because you're closer to the body, but it's still offensive.
Watch your ankle. Good. Stands. You got stands. There you go. Back your offense.
Nolan is back. He's holding position.
There you go. Keep those hands and feet moving.
There you go. Light hands.
Nolan also had to wrestle against Mako of Missouri earlier this year, lost 6-2.
Let's go, Nolan. Come on. Chase.
Here. Keep that elbow tight.
Chase your left side.
So what he's doing, he's clamping down. Nolan is clamping on the elbow and tricep to keep that close.
Relax.
By keeping it close,
He pounded.
he went right in. He right in. Couldn't possibly do fireman's because he's out of bounds, but he's battling.
Take a battle to come away with this giant upset today against Mekhi Lewis.
Nice, there you go.
And shoots. Using the leg up.
Mekhi's very good here. He takes his time. Now he's at the ankle down, went to the back of the knee, and he's going to try and bring him closer.
Still nothing awarded yet.
So what happens there is that if the opponent's hand hits the basketball portion of the arena, it's the automatic out of bounds.
Now, do you think when Nolan did that, do you think that was strategic there?
It was smart. Good single here. He's just got to keep his feet moving. But what Mekhi is doing, he's pulling out the left foot, left angle to try and create an angle. But Nolan's got to get his knees underneath because if his ankle is out, it's going to be a little easier. Now, once again, this is not a takedown. Now it is a takedown because the grip was broken. I mentioned earlier in the other match that sometimes when you lace the ankle while the person still has a single, that's a takedown in high school. But in high school is different in college. And once Nolan broke the grip, that's when the takedown was awarded.
Lewis leading 2-0. Final 7 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1.
On to the second.
You see Mekhi Lewis is starting to lace the ankle. No takedown yet until the grip is broken. Once the grip is broken, that's when the takedown is established and points are awarded.
Lewis starts down. And was not on bottom for long.
What's encouraging for the Virginia Tech fans is that you don't see any brace or any nothing on Mekhi's injury from last year. He's looking like a solid 74-pounder.
Action on the leg attack.
Remember last year, Mekhi Lewis had to medically withdraw from the NCAA tournament after starting it out 2-0. So that's really devastating to what could have been another run at the national championship for Mekhi Lewis.
Good stance.
Fans, I am so looking forward to the NC State. Now, potentially dangerous. Hands were in the face. Before, a couple years ago, it was an immediate point. But now, it could be called a potentially dangerous, but if it happens again, it could be a point. That doesn't mean that a referee can't call it immediately, but generally, they'll call it. Whoa, that was quick. Oh, someone's injured.
Looks like Nolan is injured. A pin for Mekhi Lewis.
They're gonna talk this over because I'm not taking away from the fact, but to me, it appeared that he got something happened. Something happened. I don't want to jump the gun, but when he went to his back, he kind of laid there and covered his head. So there.
It was covering his face at first.
Right. So and Coach Boshoff is saying that something happened. So there was the shot, defense, and then at this point, it looked like his head hit his face, and then he's holding his face, and he just stopped. So at that point, what Boshoff is arguing is that, hey, he was injured before the fall. You know, if he was up to himself, the fall wouldn't occur. So at this point, the officials are talking him through and say, hey, is that still a fall? Or, hey, we got to stop that because he was injured. So something happened, and it looked like maybe he got headbutted. Boom! Oof. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that, and you can see the facial expression there that something happened. So what they're going to do now is go and look and say, look, we can see that the takedown was imminent. May not have been awarded yet, but imminent, meaning that it was going to happen regardless. So the 2 points are there. The question that they're going to say is that, was he able to defend himself? And they're not going to see the view that we can see. So fans, make sure you understand that. But he got hit in the face. Clearly, something happened. He stopped wrestling. The fall was awarded. They're going to look at the view and say, hey, we saw that the injury, we should have stopped it, or it was a fall.
They did take a quick look. Remember, what is standing right now is a pin from Mekhi Lewis.
That is confirmed. Fall for Virginia Tech.
So it stays that way. It is a pin for Mekhi Lewis.
And so the officials looked and said that, hey, it did not stop the fact of the fall. As, you know, you don't like to see people get injured. You know, a fall is a fall. Very unfortunate scenario. Very unfortunate scenario.
Now on to 184. Another win for Virginia Tech.